Hello everyone, this is David Casteller with Zenoa. Excited to talk to you about Nuku-Hiva, the next generation Noni product, and really go through some of the benefits of Noni, tell you about the origin of the name Nuku-Hiva and about some of the things that we can do to improve our health and help with anti-aging and some of the benefits and things that we are really excited about sharing with the world in Noni and Nuku-Hiva. This is a picture of Nuku-Hiva. Nuku-Hiva is an island in the very middle of the Pacific, in the Polynesian Islands. And real quick, let me let everyone know this is, I'm doing this live, but it's actually a re-recording of the webinar I did last night. For some reason it didn't record, so I'm re-recording this. I hope that will help, and I will send this link out to everyone that was attending the Noni Training Nuku-Hiva webinar last night, so I hope this will help. Real quick, I think it's important to know who is David Casteller. You can, of course, look me up on Instagram or LinkedIn or whatever, and you can find me. But here's a picture of me and my family. My wife and I have been married for 15 years. We were unable to have children, and we were very blessed and lucky to adopt our two boys from birth. And my boys are actually Polynesian. I have a Tahitian boy and a Tongan boy. And the Polynesian Islands and the culture is very dear to our hearts, and we try and integrate everything we can into our family and help them understand a big part of their heritage. Like I said, I've been married 15 years. I have traveled the world. I really love all different types of people, and I've been very fortunate to live in several places in the world and have met people all over. And you know, one of the things that I've learned is that it's every culture is beautiful, and every culture has things that we can learn from. And the smart person is the one that learns from people and learns what they do to help them improve their lives and apply it to themselves, and then they continue forward. And that's really what we're a part of here at Zenoa. And just for those of you who don't know, Zenoa is a blend of two different words, two ideas. And it's a new word that we're bringing meaning to. And Zenoa, it really means Zen, from the idea of Zen, peace and balance, harmony, from Asia. And Noa is actually a Polynesian word meaning freedom and family and actually love. And so the whole purpose behind Zenoa is really to help people improve their lives and find more peace, balance, and freedom, help them to grow and improve their lives. And who doesn't want more peace, balance, and love in their life? I don't know anyone who doesn't, whether they're wealthy or poor or any different circumstance, that everyone wants to improve. And so that's what we're trying to do, and that's why we've worked so hard to bring a product like Nuku-Hiva to the market. You know, this takes a worldwide effort to bring a product like this to market. And I want to talk a little bit about health, about Noni, and about Nuku-Hiva tonight. And this is a picture of ripe Noni fruit. And just so you know, Noni should be this translucent, this whitish yellow, and that's when it's ripe. It's a very, really awesome plant, medicinal plant that they use all over the Polynesian Islands. So in order to understand a little bit about Noni and about why we've called our product Nuku-Hiva, it's important to understand a little history about John Wadsworth. John Wadsworth is often referred to as the father of Noni, and he's even been called the father of superfoods. And that's because 25 years ago, John learned of Noni, and he learned about some of the healing benefits of Noni from a friend who'd been to the Pacific. And he started researching it in a library, actually, before there was the internet. And you know, John's one of these unique people. His parents both died when he was very young, and he was one of 12 brothers and sisters. He was on the kind of the lower end. I think he's number 10 of 12. And he was really raised by his brothers and sisters on a farm in a small city in Nevada. And you learn things on a farm, and you learn things without parents that you can't learn otherwise. And John has this work ethic, this integrity, this pure heart that he really wants to help improve people's lives. And he's one of these people who will pick up the shovel and go to work. And so when he learned about Noni, he felt this inner determination that, hey, I've got to learn more about this, because if this is a product that can really help people, I need to help people and bring this to market. And so he didn't have a lot of money. John himself he has 11 children, and everyone thought he was crazy. Noni itself, guys, is really a kind of a terrible tasting product or plant. It doesn't smell very good. It's weird. It's just kind of it's not a great product that you would say, oh, it's not like a peach or an apple that you see on the tree and you want to just take it and bite into it. Noni smells bad. It tastes bad. It looks weird. And you know, everyone was kind of saying, look, John, you're crazy. And he had the determination and the courage, and he pulled things together. He didn't have a lot of money, of course, with that many children, and he made the trip to Tahiti, and he found out that there wasn't enough Noni. Now, Noni is also called Nonu, and up until this point, he'd always called it Nonu because that's what they called it in Tahiti, and actually in Tonga, and in Hawaii, and also Samoa. So Nonu is the name for it. And he finds out he has to go all the way to Marquesas and Nukuhiva, and that's a picture of Nukuhiva. And he has to take 2 translators with him, and he's already strapped for money, and he does the trip, and he's discouraged when he gets there because he finds out that Nonu actually means mosquito in the Marquesian Islands. So he spent all this money, all this time, everyone thinks he's crazy, and he gets there and he finds out that, yeah, there's a lot of Nonu, and it's a mosquito, come take it all. And he was there to find out if there's enough to make a company out of and really have a real product. And there in Nukuhiva, Nonu is actually called Noni. And that's why Noni is called Noni, because John had an experience there on his last day when he was pretty down, the top of a mountain. The clouds parted and they shone down on this valley of trees, and they were Noni trees. Noni trees have a big leaf, and it's covered in a kind of a waxy covering of the Polynesian, or kind of the Pacific, really thick leaf, and they shined and glimmered. And he got this impression that Noni and this tree, this medicinal plant, had been saved for the world. And it was up to John to bring it to the world. And that's what he did. He had the determination from there. Despite all the odds, he went for it and he brought Noni to the world. And so that's why we've called our product Nukuhiva, because Nukuhiva really is the beginning. Noni itself really has been used for thousands of years all over the Polynesian Islands. It's one of what's called a canoe plant. And if anyone has seen Moana, Disney's Moana, it talked a little bit about how the Polynesians would voyage from island to island and discovering new places. Well, they would bring with them certain plants that they would then plant on any island that didn't have that plant on it, and Noni was one of those. It was used as their healing plant and their medicine, and still is actually. And so they wanted to make sure that that was on every island, had Noni on it. You know, it's hard to, there really are hundreds and hundreds of benefits for Noni, and it's hard for me to say, look, these are the benefits. But everyone asks all the time, well, how can I explain what Noni does? And you know, I wanted to put up a few different points here that Noni helps with, and has been shown and proven that it does help with. And you know, it has so many anti-aging effects. It's an NRF2 activator. It's a huge, amazing antioxidant. It helps with the liver, anti-glycation end product lowering, AGE, cholesterol lowering effects, increases energy production naturally. It's got, I don't know how it actually works. It's got iridoids, but it really helps with the immune system. You know, I try hard to be very healthy. I'm very health conscious. I try to exercise regularly. And, you know, Noni helps me. Even though I feel like I'm at this pretty high level, Noni helps me with my recovery time. It helps me focus, and I just have this mental clarity. If I ever get a sore throat, which is very rare, but if I do, I'll gargle with Nuka-Hiva and Noni, and it's amazing. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I know people, men and women from all ages, I mean, 80, 90 years old, all the way down, I mean, to young, and they have different benefits from taking Noni and Nuka-Hiva. So it's hard for me to say, look, Noni does this, but here are some things that it does do. And endurance, recovery, focus, anti-aging, immune, cholesterol. There's so many things that it helps with that I think it's important to understand that Noni is really one of these products that is amazing. I don't know how else to explain it. Then it is truly amazing. Now, I lived in Tahiti for 6 months, and I've lived in New Zealand for 2 months, and I saw firsthand that the Polynesian people, they actually do use Noni for almost everything, and it's fantastic. So what John did, he wanted to find out, look, he brought Noni to the world a long time ago, and he's developed 2 other products based on Noni a long time ago, and they're old, and they're not. He wanted to really advance using technology and finding out, okay, look, how do we take the ancestral knowledge and pair that with technology? And so he researched and looked through all the Polynesian islands to figure out how are they using Noni and what are they doing to prepare it, what are the different ways, what are they using, how are they using it, and found out that there's kind of 2 ways. You have a puree method where you're basically essentially making an applesauce, and you're removing the seeds and you're making an applesauce. And when John originally was in Nuka-Hiva, that's what he was. That's what he thought he could use the kind of the applesauce, the puree method, as the main way to bring Noni to market, and that's what he did initially. But you know, there's actually a whole other way that is used, and it's a fermented Noni nectar, and it's really the essence, the Noni nectar. And at the time, John, he made the decision to really bring the puree method, the kind of the applesauce method, to the world, and he made that into a juice. But what he learned is that, look, if you take a coconut, the Polynesians would take a coconut and they would dig out the meat, the flesh of the coconut, and they would stuff it full of Noni, ripe Noni fruit. And then they would wrap it in banana leaves, and then they would put it up in the rafters of their huts, of their houses. And they would let it sit there and ferment for 30 to 120 days. There's a picture of what some of the old huts looked like. I shouldn't say old, the traditional houses. And after 30 to 120 days, they would take that coconut down. It's the biggest coconuts they could find, and they would pour it out. And they would pour out the fermented Noni nectar from the coconut, and then they would take that coconut, wrap it back up, and then they'd place it back up there, and they would let it to continue to ferment and allow the Noni to continue to seep. They would do this 2 or 3 times. Put it up there in the rafters. Here's an image of that. And today what happens, they don't do that as much. Most of them put it in a mason jar, and this is what I saw firsthand. And they would put it in mason jars, and they have it on their back porch just kind of sitting in the sun, letting it ferment and letting it really, really ripen. And John figured out something that really is, until now, really has been unknown. It's a new discovery. what he found was if I can take this special fermented noni nectar and the special noni puree, and if I blend it together at a very specific ratio, then it magnifies the nutrient benefits. And it magnifies, so it's like, look, you're taking noni, which is already fantastic, and you're improving it. You're actually improving it 6 times. And this is what it does, improves the healthy balance of the microflora in the gut. You know, there's a lot of new research that's happening about bacteria and the importance of bacteria and the microflora in our gut. And that's really what, I mean, we're taking a fermented product, and so it's helping with that. Magnifies the benefits of the other nutrients in the noni fruit. Boosts bioavailability of those nutrients. Helps protect enzymes and naturally preserves the product. And then there's new additional nutrients that are formed that aren't that are not found solo. So by combining the noni nectar and the noni puree in the precise ratio, and this is what John did, and this is what the research shows. I mean, it increases the iridoid and the phytonutrient levels. So this is kind of the philosophy of what we have here at Zeno and John, is that, look, there is ancestral wisdom. And if we pair that with technology, we can compound and improve the benefits. And that's exactly what we've done with Nuka-Hiva. And I'll talk a little bit more about it. But by combining these methods, it really improves by 6 times. So you've got the noni fruit puree and the fermented noni nectar. Magnifies the benefits together. So what does the science say? And I want to show you a quick graph of Nuka-Hiva, the next generation noni, compared to the 2 other products that John developed, and I mean V8 and Tropicana and some of those, just to show you the total iridoids and phytonutrient compounds in a 30 and a 60 milliliter, so basically 1 ounce and a 2 ounce serving. So 200 to 400 compared to what they've been in the past. So I want to get into, I mean, wait, what's an iridoid? I've talked about iridoids a little bit. I've shown you, look, iridoids, I've talked about it. So let me just tell you really quickly, an iridoid is a phytonutrient compound that protects and strengthens plants and animals. So what does that mean? Well, when a leaf or plant is bit into by an ant or ripped, glycosides convert into iridoids, and the plant heals and protects itself from infection. That's what iridoids are. And noni, the noni fruit and the noni plant, is loaded with these iridoids. I think the highest of any plant in the world. And that's why it is so amazing. And iridoids are amazing. So when the ant bites it, it heals itself and it protects itself from bacteria, fungus, infection, and really keeps that plant healthy and strong. And humans don't produce iridoids on our own. It's important to know. And by adding them into our diet can have a huge benefit. And that's why when I showed before the key benefits of noni, that's why when we take a phytonutrient like iridoid into us, we're getting so many benefits. There's a lot of other phytonutrients that are also critical to life. And noni fruit actually has hundreds of these nutrients when they're picked ripe from the tree. Now, all phytonutrients work in harmony toward a common goal. And that common goal is really to protect and to heal and to really keep whatever it is, really help it keep it from aging. And so I look at sun as an example here. Sun's critically important. Anyone who's seen The Matrix, you know what happens if there's no sun. And, you know, we need sun to live because it has, I mean, you need it for all the plants, photosynthesis, everything. But it can also accelerate aging. And, well, when we have iridoids in our bodies are able to better protect and help us age properly. And AGEs, anti-glycation end products, are one of the major culprits behind accelerated aging. Well, what does noni do? Noni fights against that. Right here, the benefits again. Anti-glycation, end product lowering. So if you're looking to feel better and feel younger, that's why we developed Nuka-Hiva. That's why people take noni. And myself, even though I do what I can with my diet, my exercise, all of that, the noni and Nuka-Hiva helps me feel better, and that's why we take it. So I want to tell you a little more about John and his philosophy of ancestral wisdom, pairing it with technology. And we're not going to publicly disclose this because it really is top secret. We do have a patent on Nuka-Hiva. It's right now patent pending. And we're not going to disclose everything, the whole secret sauce, because we are the only company in the world with this technology. And that's called fresh pasteurization. Fresh pasteurization is an awesome new process and technology that we've developed that enables you to really have all the vital nutrients from a product as if they're harvested directly from the tree. So an example I always give to people is, look, when you take an apple from the tree and you bite into that apple, or you buy it at the store, you bite into a fresh apple, you're getting the full, complete phytonutrient levels and different nutrients that are there. But if I go buy apple juice that's been pasteurized, well, I'm actually not really getting most of the nutrients and vitamins and minerals that are in that apple at the beginning. And so that's what we developed, is a way that you can keep and maintain those nutrient levels from, and it's called fresh pasteurization. All the vitamins and minerals and phytonutrients in their raw nutrient-dense form are live and active. What's the result? Bam. Total iridoids, phenolic compounds, phytonutrient compounds. Look at that. Our Nuka-Hiva is unbelievable. And it's this fresh pasteurization method where we've paired ancestral wisdom, 2 different methods with technology, figuring out how can we improve and magnify and really make this product the next generation. Vitamins and minerals naturally occurring are listed on the bottle. Hundreds of additional phytonutrients and phenolic compounds are not listed on the bottle. Why aren't they listed on the bottle? Well, it's really because of space. Here's our beautiful product. If you buy it in the bottle form, those getting the sample will receive a small sample form. It's a fantastic product that obviously I stand behind, and so does everyone else, but has so many benefits, and that's why we are sharing it with everyone here today. And this is the picture on it. People do ask, does it actually have noni from Nuka-Hiva? And the answer is yes, it does. Yes, it does. And this is a picture of Nuka-Hiva where John had his experience and where noni really began for the world with John Wadsworth. So I want to go through, if I had to list everything that this product has and put it on the label. This is noni itself. Got 3 full pages. If we had to list everything from our pineapple, everything from our coconut water, everything from maki berry. You look up maki berry. Maki berry is amazing. It's one of the highest antioxidant berries in the world from Chile. So this product is really a worldwide effort, and that's what John, he's got 25 years of experience of doing this as a food scientist, bringing together a worldwide effort, worldwide product to magnify and improve upon what happened a long time ago. Raspberry, a lot of benefits with raspberry. Black currant, Concord grape, acai from Brazil, mangosteen, Southeast Asia. And so Nuka-Hiva really is the next generation of noni from John Wadsworth, the father of noni himself. The term next generation, why do we keep saying that? Well, because it's not just a next iteration, it is the next generation. And here's why. It's ancestral knowledge paired with technology, next generation processes, innovation, top secret fresh pasteurization, next generation fresh flavor and taste, more iridoids and phenolic compounds. More people helped from sourcing, patent pending, and developed by John Wadsworth. This product is amazing. It's fantastic. Everyone that I know that's taken it regularly has seen and had benefits from this product. Here are some of just a quick ingredient listing. I put this together. Obviously, this is why I don't do the designing, but you know, we've got fantastic ingredients here. Another quick little benefit chart: blended for power, packed with phytonutrients, easy on the taste buds. That's another thing. Noni does not taste good. People who say it does, I think they're a little bit crazy. And John's previous iterations do not taste good either. Nuka-Hiva tastes amazing. It's the next generation. Age blockers, undamaged by pasteurization, formula for total wellness. I want to tell you just a little bit more so you can understand a little more besides just the Noni. And you know, one of the things that people struggle with is getting their fruits and vegetables on a daily basis. So I think it's important to understand that in a 2-ounce serving of Nuka-Hiva, you actually are getting 5 fruits and vegetables in the equivalized amounts of 5 fruits and vegetables from 2 ounces of Nuka-Hiva. Wow. Now, I don't know if anyone else has children on this call, but you know, it's hard for me to get my boys to eat their vegetables, and Nuka-Hiva helps with that. I can give them Nuka-Hiva, and I know they're getting their amounts of vitamins and minerals that they need. And my kids love it, and it's just really fantastic. Here's a quick comparison chart against vitamin mineral content in Nuka-Hiva and how much you'd actually have to take if you wanted the vitamin E level. You have to take 5 cups of oranges. Broccoli, 6.89 cups of broccoli if you wanted the same amount of vitamin B9. So, I mean, this product is really amazing. And another way to do it is, of course, on the against other supposed super drinks, and you have Nuka-Hiva, 1 bottle of Nuka-Hiva in the equivalized equivalent of fruit and vegetables, and so you've got 82.5 bottles of V8, 17, 4.4, and 13.3 bottles of John's Original, and that just shows you, look, this product is amazing. It's the next generation in a big way, and it tastes so good. One last thing, you do have to talk about the vitamins and minerals, and if you are taking a multivitamin and you look at the multivitamin, you realize, look, multivitamins, you know, it's taking an isolated vitamin or mineral, putting it into an unnatural state, compressing them together, and then you have this multivitamin. Often they've shown that multivitamins actually aren't absorbing. Where Nuka-Hiva, you're getting all the natural vitamins and minerals, macro and micronutrients, and the phytonutrients in the natural, simple, and raw form and nutrient levels. Well, which do you want to take? A pill, a synthetic pill, or do you want to take the natural form of your multivitamins? How did we determine these levels? Well, that's an easy answer. These are naturally occurring. They're the phytonutrients, vitamins, and minerals, same levels of the fruits when harvested directly from the tree. Nuka-Hiva delivers the best value of any phytonutrient drink in the world for consumers, which creates a very compelling business opportunity as well for those who want to get involved. And you know, Zenoa, and the reason we have Nuka-Hiva is really to improve people's lives. That's what Zenoa means. That's what it's about. I want everyone to have more Zenoa. What does Zenoa mean? Peace, balance, freedom, growth, joy, love. So I want you to have more Zenoa, and that's the way we brought and bring you Nuka-Hiva, the next generation of Noni. Core Care, one of our other products, and SRQ, one of our other products, both of these are amazing as well. But today we're talking about Nuka-Hiva only. So if someone did refer you, please ask them for more information. And if you do have questions, you can email support@zenoa.com. You can surely contact me. I'm at marketing@zenoa.com. If you have Instagram, you can go to Instagram and you can see me there. And I post. I don't really post as much about the company, more kind of my own personal beliefs and things that we can do to improve our lives. But NH.DK.4.19.17 is a fantastic product. Those of you who have joined, I hope it's given you some good information on health, wellness, noni, and how NH.DK.4.19.17 is the next generation and why you should be taking NH.DK.4.19.17. If you haven't signed up yet for the sample, be sure to do that. And if you have any questions, be sure to let us know, and we will be in touch from there. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.